everywhere else, more people invest into studios, into music, and to the culture. But we don't have that capital to invest in an artist, because you'll find that a guy working a 9 to 5 and doing studio time. It's tough to even it costs for publishing, it costs for studio time, and some of the artists don't even have that capital to do that until somebody decides, wait, I want to bring you up, then I'll dump money into you and getting your visa and stuff. So it shouldn't be that way. It should be where the artists themselves should be able to go and publish their work and have that done, have the funding, have money available to go ahead and do what they need to do to get themselves on that platform.
Okay, before we head to what took place this year, we will get back to you, Falcon. But let's go back to Glenn. What are some of the genres that you have showcased over the years for your Creole Fest?
Well, we had everything from hip hop down to all the Caribbean genre. Um, in 2019, we had a salsa band from the Houston area. So the Panamerians, those people who are into salsa, they actually came to see their people. One thing I realized that people like their own. So when their own is participating, they are more likely to come. This year we have an artist from Honduras. So he's doing reggae, but we also incorporate that ponta thing into the festival. Well, I did not know much about ponta, but I get to learn something new. So we have calypso. Actually, we started with calypso. The first year it was we had Sai and Hunter, and then another calypso from St. Lucia, and also Cooks was the host, and Matt from Q95 was the host. So we are very versatile in what we do. Then we move up to the Booyah thing. We brought up CK and Asa Benton. We have the DJs playing all genre of musics. We have local bands over here playing the soca and playing all other music. We had some kids doing hip hop. So we have a whole variety of artists out there. It's very, very unique experience where we invite all pretty much. It's all inclusive. So as we said, our motto is uniting the culture. So we look at every culture.
Okay, just in terms of promoting the island, I mean, promoting Dominica's island, have you ever, in as much it falls normally just before a World Creole Music Festival and you're doing your Creole event close by, have you ever incorporated or requested of the Dominica Festivals Committee or DDA a collaboration where you could possibly do some advertising for the World Creole Music Festival in Houston and possibly vice versa?
So our festival is the first weekend in October, and we did it specifically because October is the Creole month in the Houston area, or probably in the Texas, or maybe in the States.
And also in Dominica.
Right. So October is the Creole month. So we actually do it the first month. So it's just that a good thing is linked with Dominica. But lately, yes, I made a proposal to the cultural department. I try to meet with many parties as possible. I have a couple information from the Dominica Festival people. And one thing I would like to see us doing over here is we can be like the pre-Creole Fest for Dominica. Like where we showcase it in the States area. Hey, if you see us, wait till you see Dominica. You know? So if that worked, and if the officials from Dominica wants to join and partner with us, I think it will be great for us and it will be great for them. Because I have over 140,000 followers from all over the world on my social media platform. So if people see the culture, they might just be interested in what's going on. So hopefully the parties involved are listening and we can sit down on the table and figure out something. Because my thing is, I want to bring up as much Dominican artists as possible, especially those that are not getting the lights they need to get.
Mm.
For example, the small artists that cannot even get on the stage in World Creole Music Festival. I
Yeah,
want to see them on my stage.
yeah.
So the world can know more of who you are and of Kadas and of what we provide.
Mhm.
So this is my whole intention. So yes, a link with the World Music Festival would be perfect.
Also, it would be remiss of me. I haven't hear you speak of Kadas Lipso, which is an integral part of Dominica's music. Have you ever invited any Kadas Lipso band to your festival?
I'm interested in Chubby, but Chubby playing still. But tell Chubby he needs to come, man. But really and truly,
So
what is
what issues are you having with?
no, we don't have issues with him. I'm just joking. But what is really and truly, that's where you come in, and that's where I wanted to link with you, so you can talk about artists and give me the artists that are hot, and then we can bring them. Because my show this year was Jacob.
Jacob de Valier?
Yes, Jacob was supposed to be my show on October 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, he fell sick and he passed. So I had to go back to the drawing table and refigure out everything because my main artist was Jacob and Triple K. And nothing like that worked. So I had to go back to the drawing board. Asa comes up every year. He's a fix in there. So I had to get Teddy St. John and all other artists.
You will give us the lineup for this year
Yes.
in a while. But Gordon Henderson, for instance, is still playing. As a matter of fact, he's one of the headliners in a festival in La Réunion. And several major artists there, but he is the headliner, which means Kadas Lipso is still big and very prevalent. We have Ophelia Laguadam de la Chanson Artiste. Also in your area, there is Linford Akrab John from Bilomen, and he's also very prevalent. Just across Toronto, there's Levitation with Superel.
So there's a Florida band too.
With Derek,
that plays good.
With Derek Liverpool.
Right.
With Derek Liverpool and this guy.
Hey, I'm interested, man. Just link me up.
Yes, well, we need to talk. We need to have a discussion. Myself, you, and possibly Gordon and Jerry and the rest of the Creole Heartbeat team. But we'll come back to the lineup in a while, and even some of the challenges that you face with the pandemic, because we know the pandemic is still raging.
Yep.
And what is taking place in terms of your events. The Dan, Carlton, Falcon, the Dan. How's your madam, my brother? Myself and Falcon had some good times in New York. That's why you laughing like that. You used to have that regular annual all white event.
Yes.
What has gone? What's the update on this?
It's funny that you mentioned that, Waddix, because yes, we had our passes in New York and our great times, and the fact that you mentioned that now, actually, Waddix, this year we are bringing black and white back. So the Masquerade Ball is happening this year, and we are doing it bigger. We are definitely doing it this year. So yes, it is gonna happen this year. It's my birthday weekend, so November 20th is my birthday, and around that time it's Thanksgiving. So
Yes.
during Thanksgiving weekend we started doing this event, and it was a blast. The reason why we had stopped the event again is location. The event venue that we had, he no longer could take the people that we was bringing in. So he said no, he's not doing anymore, and then eventually he sold the place. But that was the issue. We didn't have a venue big enough to cater
and classy, because I know you love classy events.
Very classy event. So that is one of the reasons we didn't have a venue big enough. But this year we are bringing it back. We got another venue. We are bringing it back this year. It's gonna be classy venue again. And the lineup, we trying to focus more on the event. It's gonna be a masquerade ball.
Yeah.
We have some serious contenders on the lineup. And we're not gonna release that anytime soon. We just want to make sure people come for the ambience. It's a great event. Right, if you were there and you know how hard we work on that event. Even when you mentioned classy, even to speak about class events, we are trying to pretty much elevate the type of events that we do. Everything in a jam. For instance, Labor Day weekend, we did the Kind XP.
Yes, well, let's
And
talk about Labor Day weekend
Yeah, that
because
was good. That was mass.
I waited for around now just let's first to go into the Labor Day weekend. Which artist you work with for the Labor Day weekend?
man, listen, this year we were able to again. So little background, right? 2 years ago, I um uh, Cornell came with Triple K to the Crazy T-shirt fete that we've been having for about 4 years now, and he
Yeah.
was the engineer. And after he worked with me and the band, he was like, "Yo, we have to do something." And that was 2 years ago in the making. And he said, "Yo, we have to do something." I said, "Yo, Cornell, whenever you're ready, we're gonna work." That was before, prior to the pandemic. We spoke about that. Triple K has been very instrumental. JJ has been very instrumental. Matter of fact, in putting together Labor Day weekend. This year they were not even gonna be in New York for Labor Day weekend, but we pushed and we made sure that they had to be in New York. So we worked hard every year to have it done. This year we had to scheme back a little bit because of the pandemic. Because a lot of people wasn't gonna go out before Labor Day weekend. A lot of people come from Texas, from Miami, from um, Toronto to come to New York for Labor Day weekend. And we knew that this year people wasn't going to fly to New York because of no parade. They were not going to fly to New York, so we had to work with what we had within our area. So we couldn't go too hard with the lineup. So we had to scale back on the lineup this year, but we still had to think of how do we give them more. So one of the things that we came up with was, hey, listen, why don't we do that is Carnival with Triple K? Because when Triple K start playing from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning, it's mass. So we
Next
said,
Yes,
you know what, that
Saturday.
is it. That is what we're gonna do. That is Carnival. And
yes, sir.
we spoke to JJ. JJ was like, yeah, this is gonna work. This is it because give people more. So when they come to the venue, they come early, and from start to finish, they get in serious rhythm all night long. And that was one of the things that made it so interesting because somebody said to us, "Hey, why don't you guys put Colin XP and Triple K together?" So we said no because there's a void on Sunday. What we gonna do Sunday? Because normally Sunday, if you remember, Waddix, we
The
speak by
The
Georgie.
Georgie
Yes,
event.
by
Yeah.
Georgie. So we have those people that I don't want to go to a jump up on a jam. So we said, hey, listen, let's do a Colin XP brunch, and I pushed that thing to Cornell, and he was like, yo, he was on it. The team was 100% down for it, and we said yes, we're gonna do a brunch. And a lot of people didn't see the vision until the night off, and when they experienced that brunch and that kind of XP energy, we made sure from the system to the environment to the food was the team. Listen to me, I must give a shout out to my team. We have people like Cosmos. Cosmos on the team did a wonderful job. We have KTN in the background, KTN Blaze from Grand
Yeah.
Bay
No.
Massive.
That's two sister.
Yes,
Jeffy, the daughter of Jeffy.
Defi, that's correct. That's correct. She's been very instrumental in the back end. You don't see them much. You see more of me, but in the back end,
And
they
your
do a
wife,
lot
your
of work.
madam, I know
And
she's she's always
that's my rock right there. Every dollar to spend, you have to sign up on the dollar to spend. So if
the
you don't sign up,
accountant.
you're not spending.
Accountability.
Yes, accountability. That's correct, man.
But I'm
Um,
interested to find out, Falcon, in
mhm,
terms of the vaccination aspect of it.
yes.
What protocols or health protocols did you guys have or implemented during the Labor Day weekend?
Well, and that was the thing. So we follow the guidelines of New York State guidelines.
Which
It's
were?
the guidelines literally were masking, and sanitizing, and that was it. So they implemented what they called vaccination for indoor venues, but the implementation of that was only to implement it so people get used to it. And then they actually on the 13th, which was after Labor Day weekend, that's when they were doing the enforcement of those protocols. So we were right in the middle where we didn't need to require people to
To be vaccinated.
vaccinated to come to the event,
Or
which was
did
the
you, I
plus.
mean, at some point in time, you didn't feel that was a major risk? I mean, people coming from various
Yes,
parts of the USA,
that's
some
correct.
may be vaccinated. And I saw some images. I mean,
Yes.
some people were close up.
Yes. So what we did was, we again, each individual is responsible for making sure that they are vaccinated. What we did on our end is to make sure that the venue, we only had a limited amount of people in the venue, so the venue could have hold double the amount of people that was in there. So we limited the ticket sales. What we That's why we only had Colin play at only one show that night. We had hand sanitizers all over the venue, and masks were required to come in the venue. It's just that at the party vibe come on, it's kind of hard to go around telling people put back on your mask. But that was the requirement that we did, to try to protect people from spreading the virus. So masks were required. We had a lot of hand sanitizers was all over the place. Trust me, the place was probably smelling like hand sanitizer more than cologne. So,
And what about the Triple K gig now? How would that pan
oh
out?
man, Triple K. Listen, I my hats off again to the guys from Triple K. We had a lot of ups and downs for that because even some of the guys who we needed to come couldn't make it for different reasons, and at the end of the day, who came in was wonderful. With Triple K, because Crazy T-shirt Fest is becoming a staple for Labor Day weekend. So Labor Day Friday, Crazy T-shirt Fest is the fete to be at. So it was a little
It's
easier.
like what Foster's used to be.
Yes, so pretty much. Well, what Foster's used to be at a bigger level.
Yeah, I
Yes,
like
so
that.
On
yeah, so
steroids.
on steroids. That's Foster
On
on
steroids,
steroids.
I love
That's
that.
correct. That's correct. So it's become because the first year it wasn't always Crazy T-shirt Fest. It used to be pins and pole. I did it outside.
Yes, I
Waddix.
recall that. Yeah, I
And let
recall
me
that.
tell you, I get a beating. I get a serious beating. I
I
lost
recall that.
over $15,000 in loss because police came shut
Wow.
down the party, and
Yeah.
we had to decide how we're gonna go forward with that. At that point, we decided, hey, listen, we're only gonna go to. It really shaped me because I realized that, hey, listen, you have to play by the rules in New York City, and trying to not play by the rules, it doesn't really benefit you. So we have to play by the rules. We got legit place, liquor licensing, all those things to make sure event come out good. And when we put in money to the event, we don't have to take a big risk. As because a lot of people say, hey, why don't you do it outside? Do Triple K outside? Do Triple K outside? Yes, it's one thing doing outside, but then the risk factor is
And
humongous.
noise
The
level and that sort
noise
of thing.
level, all these things, and liquor licensing and all this stuff. It's really a hurdle. So we decided to bring it inside. We call it Crazy T-shirt Fest. We had Asa Bantan, we had how you call it, the Burning Flames, the Three Cylinder Band, and people really embraced it because what we did was
So Onion was up
Onion.
there.
Yes, Onion was there.
Three cylinder.
Three Cylinder. The thing about our event, what makes it different from any other event, I'll tell you right now. I'll say it on national radio, is our planning and execution. That's what makes our party different. We don't want when you come in at 10 o'clock, the door open. I don't want to hear no band on the stage. Tuk song check, tuk song check. No, once you walk in a Cloud9
Straight.
event, it's straight action from start to finish. And no, oh, this speaker not working there. And that's why we spend money on the sound system. We spend money on
True.
engineers to make sure that those things are there's no there's little space for error that night. And I hate because I used to party too. Well, I still party, and one of the worst things I hate is while we at a venue, and then I'm hearing two song playing, the DJ playing plus the band practicing. Then
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to. Oh, it kills your vibe, and we don't.
You still have your strong Leeward Island posse?
Yeah, definitely.
I will talk about that some of the time. But let's go to bed. This man take me to a Leeward Island party. We party all night, man.
Dominicans.
Playing with party. But Glenn, tell us about the lineup this year on your Major Festival, the dates and everything.
Okay, so the festival is October 2nd. Usually we have a 2-day festival. So we have what they call the Henny Glow, the Henny Glow on a Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon a family affair with the Creole Festival itself. So because of the pandemic, we just say let's just do one event. It doesn't make sense have people coming twice for it. Things are different this year. So we just have the Creole Festival, and we would put it on a Saturday, give people more time to do things, and next day they could rest. So on the lineup, we have a fixed Asa Bantan. He been there, the people asked for him. He could come Houston 3, 4, 5 times. He come and everybody still has come back and look
always,
for it.
always a crowd.
And he been to Houston twice already. And a lot of people say, why you bring Asa back? So I let Asa as a question. So he told them, because I know people that know people. So, so Asa say he'll be there.
So
and that's pretty much
is the only Dominican component on the festival this year.
well, I have a bunch of DJs too. But listen, you can't say that because 2 years ago I had about 15 different DJ guys in Houston, you know. So I have to share it a little bit.
Yeah, no
so
problem.
I have Asa Banton, I have Teddy St. John. Mind you, Asa Banton with his full band because Asa sometimes he come and play with a DJ and I like authentic music, you know. I think the Creole should be about authentic music. So Asa coming with a band, and then I have Teddy St. John with his full band, TJ Project.
That's good.
So these are the two highlights of the project. I also have Low Rider, this guy from Antigua with that popular song, The Fish Dance.
Yes.
He's going to come around too. I have this violin guy, Ademola. He plays everything on the violin. He is very, very great. He's from Nigeria, but lives in Houston. I also have a Guyanese-born local artist, Soulfire. He's a reggae artist. We have the J Unit Band. Most of the members are from St. Croix, and one of the members or two is from Dominica. They play everything's island Caribbean music. So this pretty much also. We have a Honduras artist, Chameleon. So it's pretty much diverse.
Okay, so, and it is taking place on what date again?
October 2nd at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas.
Okay, what safety measures are you taking there for your patrons that intend on coming?
Well, the whole thing is that we changed the venue. And we put it on the BH Ranch, which is a place we used before. Now the BH Ranch is 11 acres. We could fence it out how small or how big we want. Okay. So we give people the choice to stay away if you want to. Keep your own corner. We come with your friends and family. You can stick together.
On the ranch.
Right. So it's an inside, outside. If it's rain, there's a huge patio. And we have a lot of sanitizing stations. We encourage mask, of course. We even have a little theme for it, mask up for the mashup. So we encourage mask wearing. We also have special packages like cabanas and stuff like that, where you can go with your family and group up together if you're living in the same home. Or if you're comfortable enough with these people, you group up together and you have a cabana by yourself. So you don't have to mingle with everybody. You could just be by yourself in your little cabana and enjoy the scene. So we take all the protocols into consideration. There's a lot of things we cannot mandate because Texas really don't mandate anything. But we encourage people to do all the safety measures and follow all protocols. We also do temperature check at the gate and make sure that everybody is in line with the protocols of the state. On
your flyer, I just going over your flyer. I'm seeing Suzuk, Soukous, Compa, Jingping, Bouillon, Soca, Cadence, Afrobeats, and Semba. Semba is that rhythm from Portugal.
Right. So we had a guy with the accordion last year, and I think you're looking at the last year flyer, if I'm not sure, 2019. So he came and gave us a Jinping. So we have a lot of different Creole activities.
No, I'm looking at Saturday, 13th November. That is
no, that's not there. We October the 2nd.
Oh, October the 2nd, so possibly okay. So
probably looking at possible past players because we had a Jinping band in 2019. Michael from New York, he came down with his accordion and he played some Jinping. We also encourage the participant to dress up in something Creole. Like how you do it on Journée Creole. Make all your creative dresses or shirts or skirts and come up dressed. We also ask other people that come in, they can also follow their own traditions, but just make it colorful. We if Nigerians want, they can come with their own tradition also. But we ask our Dominicans and Lucians, Haitians, to come up with something that resemble our colors, our Creole colors. The food is very important, not about just the music. We have vendors who doing the bakes and saltfish, who doing the black pudding, who doing the fashion, who do all kind of Creole food, so people can get an idea of what we eat for our Creole food and stuff like that. So it's pretty much a cultural festival instead of just a music only festival. So we look at food, we look at dances, we look at music, arts and crafts, fashion, and cultural overall.
Get the full works of let's say like the week before the Creole Week in Dominica, you get some fashion, you get some
There you
food,
go.
and you get some traditional music, and
Right.
most of all, you get some contemporary.
Also, Louisiana Creole and part of Texas, their Creole, what Creole means to them is Zydeco and stuff like that. So we have a Zydeco band, and we have two stages. We have a big stage outside where all kind of genre of music will play and the artists will perform. And we have a smaller stage, which I'm going to call the Creole stage, where we will have the Zydeco bands play, we'll have the pianists play, and also we'll have a DJ playing only Creole music.
Only Creole music.
Yes, on the smaller stage.
Okay, what is the promotion like? What is the feeling like? What is the mood like for this year's event? People skeptical or people excited based on the pandemic in your area?
Well, I'll tell you what, the pandemic, a lot of people call worried about it, but because we show them the protocol that we have, they feel more confident about it. And they feel like you have 11 acres, I can find a spot for myself. If I don't feel like going in through the crowds or whatever, I could just wear face shields, face masks. And I think before, a lot of people are saying, why are you doing it? Why are you not doing it? But I was saying, like, 2 years not doing it, we lose relevance. Why not do it? Everybody's doing something. But supposing COVID remain here for 5 years, which probably it is, or forever, are we not going to breathe no more? We have to just be responsible individuals and do things the right way and continue going. So the response is very, very, very good right now. Tickets are selling, people are calling, people are excited about it. So it's picking up real good.
In terms of giving back to, let's say, the Nature Isle, have you been involved in any projects giving back to Dominica?
I give back my whole life to Dominica, so trust me on that. I don't even have life for myself no more. During the storm,
exactly.
I sent a whole 40-foot container to customers.
That's what I really referred to from your organization standpoint. You do these events, but let's say Dominica is in need based of whatever natural disaster, natural situation.
Yeah, as I told you, the last one, I sent a whole container, a 40-foot container for my community.
And you're from Castle Bruce?
Yes.
Okay,
so to help and stuff like that. And there are many other things we do around Dominica again. So even with the Dominica Youth Center Association, one of the goals is to do things like that. On a whole, I give scholarships to people from my community already. Yeah, I start from Castleburs, but we try to expand it out there. And I want to shout out to my high school group, class of '87. They're doing a phenomenal job. Back to our school in grammar school, where we have a program to help feed some of the kids that probably need some help, and also we donate a whole backpacks and stuff like that to them. So I want to big them up on that, and I'm a great part of that. My organization is interested in helping the smaller musicians that cannot get the play they need in Dominica or anywhere else. If they can get the help, especially as Falcon was talking about the visa issue. This is one of the biggest problem we have. because I'm willing to bring down as much artists as possible from Dominica. As I told you, in 1 year, we had 15 Dominicans on the show. 15.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal really and truly is to bring Dominican music to the highest level as possible. I want to thank Asa Banton that helping me with that a lot. He's a staple on the show, and he called it his festival, and he actually helped build it. And every other persons who are doing their best to make sure the show. And the Dominicans up in Houston are very supportive. Thank God.
Okay, I'm very happy and delighted to hear the Dominicans, especially in that part of the USA, really supporting. Let's go back to Carlton as we just about 8 more minutes. Are you intent on having any organization to sort of give back to your possibly your alma mater in the north, possibly back to Dominica, Falcon?
Okay, so yeah, so I've been very influential in that over the years. Matter of fact, we had created Simba a few years back, and when it comes to community work, right now I'm in another community group for building a road to Chaudouin. So I'm very much involved in my community. See, I'm a guy from the soil, and continuously over the years, I've definitely played my part in the community focus, and that's what I love. I love Dominica, and I will continue to play my part in the community, my community, and Dominica in a whole.
Okay, so the next event is for Thanksgiving. That's for your birthday.
Yeah. So before, I just want to real quick. I know I shot at Kitchen and Cosmos. I have to shout at the rest of the group because I will not leave that down. Again, my wife Claudia, Mina was also part of Cloud9 promotion, and we also have Carrie Ann from Antigua. And they all worked hard to bring Labor Day weekend for what it was, and I must shout out my group again. Yes, I'm the general, the Booyah general.
Yes,
but
sir.
I have a team behind me, Waddix, and let me tell you something, they're nothing to reckon with. And whatever we set forth to do, it's get done, and they're amazing. And this last Labor Day weekend was a proof in the pudding to show that we can do it. And thanks to all the bands and that came out at Cal XP show. Listen, a lot of people doubted it, but when they saw it, next year we back at it again. Cal XP, Triple K. And even though Asa wasn't on the show last year, this year, Asa again, I spoke to Asa. Matter of fact, last night, Asa was in my backyard on Monday. He came out to do the spin-off. But unfortunately, we ran out of time. He didn't get to perform. But yes, so we are working with everybody. We like to make sure that you guys look out for next year again, Labor Day weekend. Cloud9 taking over Labor Day again next year with the powerful team. And this year for Thanksgiving, I just want to, it's more, guys, get your outfits ready. We're going to be something classy. Black and white is going to be classy. Masquerade ball. One more thing, Malcolm Vex from Texas. Listen,
yes, sir.
This
My
guy
DJ
is phenomenal, and listen, he's working with us closely. He's taken over New York already, but some people just don't know it yet. He's done with Cloud9, and yes, Malcolm Vex. Thank you very much. And this year, Malcolm Vex should be coming back for again. I didn't want to see. Don't make me talking.
Already.
Who's coming for Black and White, but.
Don't sell it out, man.
Yes, I was saying I don't say no more. But Black and White is gonna be something to reckon with. It's gonna be a masquerade ball. You have your mask, your little, and the theme. I'm gonna tell you the theme today is gonna be a night in Gotham. So that's what it is, a night in Gotham. So that's the theme. And when you get your outfit, you get your Poison Ivy outfit, you get your Joker, your whatever, anything Gotham. That's what we're doing. It's a night in Gotham. Black and white ball, masquerade ball. It's gonna
absolutely. Final question to you, Falcon. Just before we leave. By the way, I have an adopted son at QFM. He's DJ Slim.
Yes.
This brother, one of the things I want you guys to give him a plug. That's once I recommend him and endorse him.
Listen to me. I have spoken to Slim before. I've reached out to Slim before, and again, it's the same thing. We get back to B1 visas. Once there's Slim, there's real deal. There's so many good DJs in Dominica that we want to come up to New York. And Waddix, you know me,
yes,
Waddix. I'm always willing to bring up DJs from Dominica.
Absolutely.
We have worked together for a long time. And DJ Slim, once DJ Slim said B1 visa there, He's booked at
That
Cloud
that
Nine.
will be worked out. That will be worked out. We'll work
Yes,
that out for, and we have Richie also at the big station. But
that's correct.
Falcon, just before you leave, would you be willing to work with other promoters in New York? Because I know it's difficult
Listen,
sometimes, having different events. I'm not sure how that worked out this year, but I've always called for one umbrella organization
yes,
where all the Dominicans can come into one party area, like
yes,
the Trini, the Jamaicans,
yes.
the Haitians. Would you be willing to work with other promoters in the New York
Let
area to have
me
one major jam?
Let me tell you something. Cloud9 Promotion, including the General Falcon, literally willing to work with any promoter. Matter of fact, Benji, the ambassador, His Excellency,
Yeah,
Benji,
yeah, you have to
he's,
give him his
he's
full
yes,
his
give the
full
man his
surname,
accolade.
full
Yes,
title.
yes. Since 2007, he's been singing that song. Every time we come up here, he says the same thing, and we are definitely willing to do that. Cloud9 Promotion, we have tried even this year to do that. But it's just that only one promoter cannot have that mindset. We all have to have that
True.
mindset. Even Glenn down there in Houston, I'm saying, hey Glenn, I'm sitting here. I say, Glenn, send me a ticket now to come down to Houston because I definitely want to be part of that because I'm going to Florida in Miami. And then listen, I work with Southern Punch in Florida.
Let's make it happen, man.
Their promotion. So I am willing to work with any promoter. Matter of fact, there's other promoter in Houston. That's how we was able to get Triple K to go to Houston and Miami by through working with another promoter in New Houston. And then I'm willing to. We definitely willing to. We open everybody know my number. It's just a matter of other promoters need to have the same idea and come on board with an open mind because we can together build a big festival in New York City and we have the money power. Don't let nobody tell you we don't have money in New York. New York have money, my brother. We have the money power, we have the people power, and we have the tools and we have the we have the skill set and the music to make that happen. It's
Okay,
just that we just have to
just
be
before we give, because time is running out, I just want to give you an idea that was given to me by Gordon Henderson, is to have possibly a full representation of a Dominican organization in the entire North America, where we could have at least a member from Houston, a member from New York, Miami, or two members from each organization, go across to Canada, where we can closely link with Dominica. And events vice versa can be promoted. You out there like the representatives promoting the various activities. And let's say whether it's through Creole Heartbeat or even through DFC, we get that connection going. We're like the Houston Massive. I've been lamenting they want to get some young talent in the Houston area so that they could expose them. I think it's a wonderful idea by Gordon Anderson. I hope that one of those days, soon from now, it will happen. But guys, I just want to big you up because we have to stop for the major news at midday. I really want to thank you, Falcon, and I really want to thank our Houston. I keep always forgetting your name. My Houston brother there.
Glenn.
Right on Glenn. Boy. So long we have been trying to work out Glenn. For some reason we haven't been working out.
It's
But I
gonna
really
happen,
would
man.
like I really would like you all to consider DJ Slim. Like I tell you, to me he's one of the gentle giants, soft spoken. But
Waddix is already considered. He shouldn't be. He's already considered.
It's a done deal.
He's a done
If
deal.
Falcon will get him and just send him to me.
Yes.
the final words, guys. Final words, guys, just before we leave.
I just want to say thank you to the fans and the supporters in the New York City area and for embracing us and Cloud9, and we really appreciate you and we're looking forward to working with you again and blessings. Glenn, good show. I wish I could come down there. Probably I might show up. You never know because I'm going to Miami.
Smart.
And keep on the good work. Waddix again, keep on the good work, and all the guys behind the scenes keep on the good work for Creole Magazine. We really love you and I really appreciate this opportunity to come on your show today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Glenn.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, the fans and everything. We started with nothing, and now we one of the cornerstone festival in Houston. So I want to thank them there. When you talk about Caribbean Festival, our name must mention. So I want to thank all the participants. I want to thank all those who are encouraging us. And Waddix, I really want to thank you for the work you do too. And we have to link up to make that Gordon Henderson thing and the real original Creole music of Dominica be part of the festival. I really, really want that foundation. So I
Thank you
glad we
very much.
link up.
Thank you very much, guys. Just want to thank you. And let's continue to do the work for Dominica. Let's continue to raise that Cicero flag as high as possible. I really want to congratulate you guys for what you have been doing, and good luck in your upcoming events. And may God continue to truly bless you. And most of all, stay safe. Stay safe, guys. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dominica's International Creole Cultural Magazine presents Creole Heartbeat Hour on QFM, the big station, this and every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Interviews, music, fun, and excitement. An informative and educational hour. An upfront and personal look at the lives of artists, musicians, entertainers, cultural professionals, and the movers and shakers in the cultural industry.